I just made a mess. Then I make them catch 5,000 ones. And I just made a mess. I just made a mess. I got cash by 50-yard TD.
Well, the city of Seattle known for coffee, the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild Lumen Field. In the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. And makes it across the 20 as his first down at Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. Stafford to Kupp there for a Rams first down.
And a good grab there by Cooper Kupp. Picks up a first down for the Rams. And Kupp's gone over the 90 reception mark each of the last 2 years. One of the best route runners, one of the most precise route runners in the NFL. He's really going to help his new quarterback, Matthew Stafford.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain there of 12 yards at a first down L.A.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. He was going right back to Cooper Kupp, but it'll be 2nd down. From the 50, Stafford. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Carson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make...
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Well, anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ball game, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week... keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. They'll fake it. Now Stafford.
And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Able to slither by. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. Carson.
Big Sebastian Joseph Day there on the stop.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 39, Wilson. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Carson. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. And I'm not sure this is going to stand. It's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Wilson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
24 is the mic.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Carson. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there to CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are the things you have to look out for in games like this.
Second and 6. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods.
Stafford on target to Woods. First down, L.A.
That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stafford.
Looking for Woods again, and he finds him.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 44, Stafford. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
Deshaun Jackson is now with his 4th franchise in his 14th NFL season, but this one, a homecoming a little bit. He grew up in Long Beach, so playing for the Rams seems like a natural. Picks up a first down with that catch there.
Stafford on first down.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Stafford.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the 1st down at around the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Here's Jackson. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2nd down and 3. Now Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Yards is the distance on the punt there, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
Picked off at the 30. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Second down and 5. Stafford now to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 3rd down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
24's the mark. I'm scared.
From the shotgun, this will be Dallas. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Defense, we ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told them, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
41's the mark. 41's the mark. Check, 41.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long, and hope someone would come free.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Bobby Wagner, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Six yards left on 2nd down. Going right back to Akers.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. They'll try the air now with Stafford. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. They'll give this to Akers running right. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Now Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jordan Brooks with it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's bad with your scheme. Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And he'll get this only up to about the 3. Second and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run again with Carson. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now Wilson on first down. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
A pass underneath for Carson.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On second down, it's Carson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run. It's Dallas. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Jordan Fuller there to take him down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Sebastian Joseph Day,
the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
On the give, this is Akers.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
That's on the guard, David Edwards.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
On the counter, this is Akers.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Now it's Stafford. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, but now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, handoff to Dallas. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a 1st down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They run for it with Carson.
And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as good running gets them to about the 44.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. And he whips that one incomplete there. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
On second down now, it's Carson, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's becoming increasingly clear now that the Rams are going to win this football game. They'll run on 1st down. Akers just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for L.A., they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew.